Welcome to Prospecta Marketing. My name's Lane Anderson. I'm the founder and CEO of Prospecta Marketing, and we appreciate you joining us today. We've been working with dental practices for more than 15 years using search engine marketing to generate new patient flow profitably. And we've generated literally millions and millions of dollars of new patient revenue for the practices that we partner with. We'd like to share with you some of what we do. Hope that you'll come away from this with a sense for the unique approach that we take to generating new patient flow profitably. We hope you'll also come away with some useful tips that'll help make your marketing more effective. At Prospecta Marketing, we're focused on compelling, converting search marketing that will help bring these new patients into your practice. And as you look at all of the aspects of that, you're going to see you've got a website to worry about, search engine optimization, pay-per-click advertising, local listings and reviews that all work together to create the kind of marketing that will bring good patients into your practice and that will convert. So let me step back for a minute and look at kind of a perspective with you in terms of search marketing. You're familiar with mass marketing, television, radio, newspaper, and it's a very different kind of marketing. You're seeking new prospects. The dentist advertises, blankets the market, and hopes to find some new prospects that'll be good and a good addition to their practice. In search marketing, we take that equation and turn it 180 degrees. The prospect initiates the activity, does some searching online, and then finds a dentist that offers what they're looking for. And in the process of doing that, there are probably four important basic principles to keep in mind. We've got to be in their path, right? If we aren't visible, they won't find us. And so that's important, to be dominant, and secondly, to be compelling with the messaging that we do provide, so that they are going to want to contact the office and move forward with treatment. It's important to be consistent across channels of search marketing, both in the pay-per-click as well as our organic listings and our local listings, but also consistent with our other marketing and our messaging in other types of messaging with consumers. And then finally, be easy to contact. Make sure that those conversion paths are going to make it easy for them to contact you and get in touch. Now, let's start with the website, because it's the crucial element that you use in order to connect with people and share your message. And several things that are important to keep in mind as you look at a website. First, focus on benefits. It's easy for us to get caught up in procedures and qualifications and process, but what matters to consumers are those benefits. And if we can visualize that end result from the work that you'll do for them, it will make a huge difference. Think about McDonald's. Whether or not you like to eat there, they're masters at advertising and visualizing end benefit. They show that fresh beef patty hitting the grill, sizzling, seasoning it, and landing on the bun with cheese oozing over the edge. I mean, they create appetite appeal. We need to do the same thing on our website. We need to create appetite appeal for the tremendous benefits you can offer in improving smiles, providing better health. And consumers love stories. So if we can share the story of our practice, we can share the story of successful work that has been done to make patients' lives better, share the story of your journey into dentistry. Those are kinds of things that create human interest and personal touch. Need to make sure that the navigation's easy so they can get around the site, find the information they're looking for. And finally, add content regularly to the site so that it remains fresh. It's important on a website to have strong action paths that will get them to you. So they might have, there might be a phone number, a texting or chat channel, a lead form that will get to you via email, and sometimes even online scheduling. All of these need to be easy to find. We want to give priority to the phone number because that will be the thing that people will use most often, and make sure that there is a call to action. Call us today, text us now. Just as simple as that seems, doing that makes a big difference. Now, one of the more important trends that has occurred in the last few years has been the shift toward mobile search. We want to make sure that we are providing great mobile experience when they come to search for us. Just to give you an idea of what the dynamic of what's happened. From January of 2014, we tracked the search behavior of people on the sites for our dental partners. And if you look, you can see how dynamically that trend has been in the growth of mobile search. Back at about 22% in 2014, desktop was dominating at 68%. The two were about equal in the middle of 2017, and you can see that ever since then, mobile has never looked back. About 58% of doctors' practices now are searched on mobile phones across our client base, about 38% on desktop. Some are more than that, some are less than that, but that's the average. So as you can see, mobile is the majority of the prospects that are looking for your practice, and it's important to make sure that consumers have a great mobile experience. So some things that you can do to adapt for this mobile dominance. First of all, with your website, make sure that you've adapted your conversion paths. Make sure you've got clickable phone numbers on your mobile site. Make sure you've got texting capabilities so they can contact you via text. As far as load time on your website, it needs to be speeded up. Make sure that your site loads fast on mobile. And there are other things you can do with pay-per-click advertising using near me keywords. They may be in any of a number of places, but mobile can discern that and find a practice near them. And also with SEO, recognize that there is more voice search going on, particularly with mobile. So be capable of answering questions on the website that'll be easily picked up on voice search, as well as make sure that your website is adapted to those who might be searching via voice search. The next important principle is to make sure you're capturing the synergy of all of these different methods. So there are basically three important avenues or places on the search page when you go to search. First being pay-per-click advertising that shows at the top of the page. Usually about 4 ads, up to 4 ads will show at the top of the page, 3 at the bottom. Then there are the local listings if that particular search triggers that map and 3 local listings. And then below that are the organic or natural listings, and there will be 10 of those. So those 3 legs are going to be the keys to creating visibility for your practice. There are other things that can be done that we optimize for, such as YouTube videos that might show up in that organic search section. Now, those 3 things are all very important, and in successful search marketing, they are going to work together to create successful visibility and prominence. SEO is going to provide search visibility for keywords that include a geographic modifier, such as Dallas Cosmetic Dentist or Dental Implants San Diego. Add to that pay-per-click advertising, which can be used primarily to provide visibility for just services or dental issues, so that we have that added visibility. But there will be some in which there's overlap, where we might also run some location-based keywords that will create added visibility, and then local listings, which provide good practice information and also the reviews that are important. Now, it's important for all 3 of these to work together in unity and synergistically to get new patients to your practice. Let me give you a couple of examples. It's important to do paid advertising as well as SEO. Why? Because that synergy is created by dominance on the page. A Google study in 2012 found that sites ranking number 1 organically still saw 50% incremental clicks from paid ads. Other studies have documented the same thing, and we've seen that from our own experience, where when we toned back the paid advertising for various reasons, we saw the organic search also drop off because of that synergistic effect. It's more than the sum of the parts. So doing both is important to create that dominance and also to generate more traffic. Now, these can all work together and one can inform the other. For example, if we have pay-per-click advertising, that's going to generate a lot of data up front that'll help us to learn the best geography, where it's converting best, and the services that are converting best. We can use that information then to prioritize the services that we show in the local listings. We can also help set priority locations for organic or natural listings when we do the search engine optimization. It can also help prioritize the services that we want to be showing for. So there's a lot of synergy and a lot that we can do to make sure that these are working together. Now, with regards to SEO, there have been huge waves of change over the last years, and there always is with Google. And why is it that there is so much change? Well, if you consider what it is that Google is trying to accomplish, why is it? Well, Google's mission is to present relevant and authoritative content to searchers. And so they're going to continue to make changes that are going to help searchers have a good experience. So we work very hard to stay at the front end of that, to understand what Google's doing, to change their algorithms to make sure that our practices have great visibility organically. Now, the third leg of this is to strengthen local listings. And those are, again, another opportunity to provide information and content that searchers can use to understand your practice. And there are a lot of opportunities. First of all, we want to make sure that those local listings are complete, that your address and phone are accurate, that we're listing the categories that you provide services in, the services, and that there's good content there with information about your practice. But there are a lot of other opportunities. Photos, for example, matter, and providing great photos and videos can help them learn more about your practice. And they're extremely important in generating activity. There was an interesting study done not long ago looking at all local businesses, but they found in this study that those businesses that had 100 or more photos on their local listings had 520% more calls, 1,065% more clicks, and those that only had one photo had 71% fewer calls and 65% fewer clicks. We were very curious to see what it was how this applied to dentistry. So we did our own study among our own practices and found that we looked at the top 10 dentists that had an average of 66 photos and compared them to our bottom 10 dentists that had an average of 7.3 photos. And as you can see here, basically the monthly actions on the top 10 dentists was about twice what it was for the lower 10 dentists. So this clearly makes a difference to have more photos on your local listings and a way that you can build more traffic. There are a lot of other opportunities. There's now a question and answer section, which can be used to highlight certain services and features of the practice, and posts, which we use to help feature special offers that the practice has, or perhaps maybe even a new service that the practice has. So there's a lot that can be done. And then, of course, in local listings are reviews. This is a great way to make the experience that they're going to have in your practice very transparent. It has become a game changer in terms of dental practices and what people are seeing. So remember that reviews are important to provide reassurance as well as helping with conversion. And they are very important. In a study that was done among people who use local listings, 78% said they trust reviews as much as a personal recommendation. You think about the power of that. Interestingly, though, it varies by age. Those who are in the 18 to 34-year-old range, 91% of them trust them as much as a recommendation. It begins to decline as you get older. 80% of the 35 to 54-year-olds and 61% of the 55-year-olds and older. So perhaps they get a little more cynical, or perhaps just more trust in terms of electronic visibility. But those are a key element in helping to build confidence in your practice and helping with conversion among those who don't know you. And so it's important to ask for those reviews. It's important to respond to all of the reviews, both positive and negative. And it's a great opportunity when there is a negative review to turn it for good. People can see that you're concerned, compassionate, and professional in the way that you respond. So we provide a lot of insight into how we can use those reviews and how we can generate them that we'd help you with. Now, once we've done all of that, what about measuring results? How are we doing? If you think about a conversion funnel, it gives you some visibility or a way of visualizing this search process. You've got key decision points that a consumer goes through from the time they search up here to the time they make a decision and follow through with treatment. Those key decision points, every one of them is a place where a consumer either stays in the process or goes. And if we can measure all of those, then we have some visibility to how we're doing tracking through that process. And we do that, and we track against norms that we have from a number of practices. So it gives us the opportunity to see how we're doing. And the key is to be able to connect the dots between what happens online to what happens offline. And we do that by connecting to your dental database and connecting the online activity that we have been able to collect with your dental database that shows us which of those have converted and to what degree and what revenue they've generated. Now, that gives us a great opportunity to report to you every month how well you're doing and what your marketing has actually generated. It takes the mystery out of internet marketing. You can see exactly how you're doing and what the return is. But it also gives us a wonderful opportunity to optimize the targeting, as we talked before. And we have data that's going to help us to know what services are converting best, what timing of your advertising is working best, and what zip codes are generating your best patients. We can also take that information and also use it to optimize your organic or natural listings through SEO and prioritize on the cities that are going to get you the best visibility. And then also have the capability to focus especially on services that are converting well for you. And with that optimization then of keywords, of timing, of geography, your marketing investment works much harder. And we continue to see, as practices continue to work with us longer, we are able to continue to do that optimization to improve their return. So we hope that with that insight, there's an opportunity then to see a vision of what can be done to help you to improve your marketing and to make it more effective. I hope this information today has been helpful and useful to you. If you'd like to learn more about how you can gain more new patients profitably in your practice, please contact us. You can reach me via phone or through our website, and be happy to talk with you and share with you how we can make this more effective in your practice. We offer Crown Council practices a special $200 off their startup, and we'd be happy to offer that to you. If this is of interest, please contact us today. We would love to be a part of your growth and success as a practice. Thanks so much for listening.